If the biggest stars in the game have come out to play at this World Cup, think Lionel Messi, Neymar, Robin van Persie and even Cristiano Ronaldo at times. They have now been joined in the pantheon by a new name. Meet Ha-mez Rodriguez. Firstly, it's not pronounced James as we know it in the English-speaking world. It's more like Ha-mez. But if that sounds pompous, nobody will be mispronouncing the 22-year-old's name or unaware of his dazzling feat by the time Colombia face off against Brazil in the hugely anticipated quarterfinal on Friday. That's because Rodriguez has taken this World Cup by storm and is now being touted as both a potential player of the tournament and the Golden Boot winner. I have had an extraordinary football players in my teams before, elite players of a very high technical level. I placed everything in Ha-mez's hands because I saw an extraordinary talent, said Colombian coach Jose Pekerman after the match. I greatly praise what he is doing and I never had any doubts that this is going to be his World Cup. With 5 goals in 4 games, including both goals in Sunday morning's 2-0 win over Uruguay at the world-famous Maracana, Rodriguez has established himself in the global elite. So mesmerizing was his first goal that it may well knock out Tim Cahill's hopes of winning goal of the tournament honors. With the match against Uruguay locked 0-0 and with no sign La Celeste's defense would unlock easily, Rodriguez produced his moment, fitting for the world's most famous stadium. The ball was being headed back and forth on the edge of Colombia's attacking box before Rodriguez eventually decided to seize control, bring the ball down with his chest, turning 180 degrees and then hitting a blind volley with his left foot that gave Uruguay's helpless goalkeeper Fernando Muslera virtually no chance. In fact, he did well to scrape a fingernail to the ball. Just to prove his credentials as a team player, Rodriguez then sealed his country's passage to the quarterfinals by getting on the end of a brilliant team move, which climaxed with the youngster finishing off a clever knockdown from Juan Cuadrado. That was on the back of 3 goals in 3 games in the group stages, eliminating any concern Colombia would lack scoring power in the absence of Radamel Falcao, missing at this tournament through injury. Ha-mez has been essential. He's been fundamental in the team. We had good performances in all positions, but he's given a lot, Pekerman said. It's very important to see that effort from a young player. One expects them to play well technically, but he's also grown a lot with responsibility. We have a technically gifted player who has everything to be a top-notch player at world-class level and who can interpret what I need to be done with the team. But for those rushing to acclaim Rodriguez as an overnight sensation, it's not quite accurate. 4 years ago, he signed a deal with Portuguese club Porto that had release clause worth €30 million, indicative of the esteem he's long been held in.